You know? I'll use one of those spoons that went down the